Hey Lou, how you doing?
I'm good.
Great. We'll go ahead and get started with Farbod.
Hey Lou, the last couple of games you've been able to see some of the younger guys be able to shine through. How did it feel for you as one of the leaders of the team, one of the bench leaders, to see guys like Rodney Magruder hit that game-winning shot, or guys like Terrence Mann step up in the clutch?
It's great for us. We have strength in numbers. We have more than enough guys that's capable of making those shots like Rodney showed. I think Terrence has been doing a great job of pushing the pace for this team, getting us in our sets, creating havoc on the defensive end, picking guys up full court. So it's been great to see those guys have an opportunity to show their skills, show what they're made of, on the big stage.
Move over to Andrew Greif. You can go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, Lou, I know obviously with Trez now kind of in isolation, hoping to join you guys soon. He said on social media several times that he feels like he's going to be really motivated to come into this, given, his loss, and that's going to fuel him. I guess, what do you expect to see from Trez at a time when it's got to be tricky, right? Like he's mourning, but he wants to be motivated too. What are you hoping to see from him when he's out there?
Yeah, well, he's back ready to work. Obviously Trez is a high energy guy. He's a guy that plays at a high level, extremely physical player, extremely emotional player. And so with some things on his mind, I feel sorry for the other guys on the other team.
Move over to Ohm.
Hey, Lou, on that same token, you had talked last time we talked about how people should know that many of you guys were dealing with real-life situations and mourning and grieving. I was wondering, what kind of impact do you think that will have on the team as far as so many of you guys coming back with heavy hearts? Will that help this team maybe get closer in a way?
Well, basketball is an outlet, the 2.5 hours that we out on the floor that allows us an opportunity to kind of escape from the realities of what we deal with in our personal lives. And so we use that as fuel, we use that as motivation instead of it being a distraction. We deal with those things when we're off the floor. We get an opportunity to step inside the lines. That's an opportunity to let our minds go, let our hearts be free, kind of let go of some of that grief, let go of some of that hurt, and bond with the guys. So I think that can be a positive thing for us once we play basketball.
And we have a question from Kyle down there in Orlando with you.
Hey, Lou. You went through, obviously, those 10 days. Was there some kind of interaction with your teammates or something that they did for you during that time that you try to take and pay forward to Trez and try and keep him while he's in isolation?
Yeah, we're a tight group. So we spoke every day. We've spoken to Trez every day. Knock on his door, scream at him on the other side of the door just to make sure he's okay. If he needs anything, just to let him know we're there with him. And that's how this group has always been. When Pat was gone every day, we were in constant communication. When I was gone for a few days, we were in constant communication. Nothing is different with Trez. We were speaking to him every day, every other day, dealing with him and just making sure he was okay if he needed anything. And so nothing is different for him.
Just to follow up, does Trez ever get annoyed with you guys knocking on his door?
No, because he understands the intentions up here. He understands the intentions are right, and we just want to check on him and make sure he's okay, and just make sure his spirits are high. In that room for 4 days, I did it for 10. It can be rough. It can be a rough transition, especially when you're going through things. You're in an environment where you got to kind of deal with your thoughts, and so we just want him to know that he's not alone with everything.
Great. We'll take one from Christina Pink.
Hey, Lou, a couple minutes ago, Terrence spoke, and when I kind of asked him how the bench overcomes, kind of the moving pieces, he said you and Trez have always taught the group, like, what you expect in terms of the energy that you guys bring. How have you done that, and what are your expectations from the second unit?
I just expect us to be out, just to be sharp. Obviously when Trez get back, our group will be in full swing. Our team will be in full swing, but we've always been the group to play with high energy, be game changers, whether we need to go get a lead or whether we need to maintain a lead, just always being on one accord. We've always had the saying, one band, one sound, and, we try to live up to that. So everybody just has to be on the same page and make sure the communication is there.
Great. We'll take one last question from Tomer.
Hey, Lou. Good to see you, man. I was just curious. Obviously, you guys have had guys in and out of the lineup, and you've played sort of in good bursts and in bad bursts. Do you feel like this team is sort of a flip the switch team, and can you guys flip that switch come playoff time if you need to?
Well, I think you kind of see it. I think you see us play well in spurts, and then you know, with the minutes and everything, you know, I think our coaching staff, they're getting ready for the big picture. I think mentally, we're getting ready for the big picture. And you kind of see it where we turn it on for 4 or 5 minutes, and then, you know, the lineups may be a little quirky. You know I've been on minute restrictions since I've been out of quarantine. As you can see, Kawhi and Paul, you know, they've been flip-flopping games. And so, and Pat's been sitting. So I know there's another level there. I know we have another place that we can tap into, and I think guys are getting ready for that.
Thanks, Lou. Have a great practice.